Alright Fosters, Kayla here. I wanted to do a video today on something that I needed help with just a few years back that one of our trainers, John, helped me do or work with. And I wanted to share that info and help those that have a difficult time with their dogs when people come to the front door, okay? And this could range from excitability that we're seeing, like dogs that are excited, jumping on people. This could range from dogs that are scared and showing like fear aggression towards new visitors. So I'll show you kind of what the process is at my house when I am trying to introduce new people to my dogs in the home at the front door. This might also help with new adopters as well too, or just getting them acclimated into the home, okay? So when somebody comes to the front door, I have most of the time at my house both excited dogs but then also fearful dogs. Okay, either way, generally both of them are going to be jumping at the front door, up in the window, knocking the plants down and the blinds. They're going to be kind of all over the place, right? They're moving around. And that's generally what you see when you have dogs that are excited for people to come to the house. So my number one tool when I see this is a slip lead, the magic slip lead. So how I'm going to counteract the excitability or the fear, the nervous pacing, is I'm going to stop the movement. That is half of the job. If the more they move around, the more they are working themselves up. So if we can stop that movement, it will also help calm them down, okay? So I stop the movement, and generally I have my dogs leashed next to me. Sometimes I even put them behind me because I want any new dog that is meeting a new person, especially the fearful ones, to know, don't worry, I got your back. I'm in charge of this situation and I'm going to make these decisions for you. Okay, so we're making decisions for the dog because they're making poor choices. So when a new person comes in, if we have a fearful dog, I'll let that new person say, if they're quiet, if they're staying behind you and they're on a leash, I'll have them say, just completely ignore that they're here. Don't even pretend or acknowledge their presence, okay? So we want to do that. Now, if they are growling, barking, it's disruptive, or you're worried that your dog might take the next step, which would be lunging or even biting at an individual, then we need to remove them from the situation. It's not going to get any better no matter what you do at that point. There's no magical, we're going to feed them food, we're going to console them. Nothing's going to help at that moment to make a dog more safe if they're fearful, growling, and barking. We need to remove them from if they're not going to be civil, then they need to leave. And pretty soon your dogs will start to realize, if I come here at this front door entrance and I act like an idiot, if I act a fool and I'm not trustworthy, I'm loud, she's going to take me out of the room. Okay, now where they go all depends on kind of what I'm seeing. And they graduate to closer spaces if they're behaving. So my first spot would be out of sight. Okay, so that would mean I'm putting them in a kennel out of sight. You can't be civil. We're going to go ahead and leave the space. And once everyone comes in, settles down, we're not moving around, we're not loud, we're not waving our arms, we're not giving hugs, and we've had just a second to chill, I can try them back out. Now when I try them back out, I will put the leash back on them, okay? The second that we're not civil again, they go right back in their kennel. You could start with having a kennel closer inside so that they can see what's going on, or you can go from a kennel that's out of sight to a kennel that's in sight. But those are kind of the steps on how we're going to be doing proper introductions when we have a fearful dog. Most of the time it's fearfulness that we see and that fosters have to deal with, especially the shepherds and stuff. They're protective of their families, and it's crazy, you know, you see them, they're perfect with me, they're perfect with the kids, they're perfect with the husband, and someone new comes along and they act scary and they think it's their job to protect. So you're essentially just taking charge of the situation. Nope, stop moving. I'm in charge of the situation. I don't need your help. And moving on from there. We want to act confidently. We want to make choices for the dog, and we want to be in front of them and not giving them the means to just do whatever they want. Okay? Another thing that I was doing myself just a couple years, and our trainer John was like, what are you doing? Stop doing that. And I see it almost every single time, even when you're meeting new people out and about in public or at the office, is people will crouch down. And they'll crouch down. No, it's okay. They'll talk softer. They'll touch them. They'll pet them. And you'll hear them say, oh, it's okay. It's just Joe Schmo, and he's putting salt in the softener, and he's doing this, or he's here to wax my floors, or whatever. And the dog doesn't care. The dog doesn't know what you're saying. He doesn't understand that you're trying to console him. All he is hearing is, oh, you're doing such a good job, and thank you for protecting me, and I'm petting you, here's my reward for acting a fool, and I'm gonna make myself smaller by creeping down so that you can be bigger and make poor choices again, okay? So the last thing we wanna do is come down to their level, because we're minimizing our effect and we're maximizing their effect by coming down to their level, okay? So stand straight, up and tall. Nope, we're not doing this. And I always say the less words, the better, too. So, I mean, dogs are gonna be dogs. When someone comes to my door, my personal dogs will alert. And they're dogs. They're gonna bark when somebody comes in. They're doing their job, but I want to be able to come up and go, okay, enough. So my word is enough. Okay, enough. That means enough. You need to leave it alone. Thanks for doing your job. I'll take it from here, and it's on me, not on you. Okay. So sometimes people, like I said, they try and talk. The dogs don't know what you're saying. Keep it minimal. Keep it simple for them to understand. If you say enough, and excuse me, we don't see a good response, then we need to go ahead and leave the room. Okay, so excitable dogs, friendly dogs, if you know that there's a difference there and that is what you're seeing, that is a time where I try to gain focus again on me being the handler. And that is, I think, when you can use food, if they're not scared of you and they're not growling and barking at you and it's just excitability, we need to gain focus again. So sometimes what I'll do is, if you ever work with like place training, we'll set a spot, a rug, and a frisbee on the floor, anything. We want to gain control again, so we'll say, nope, place, or like John would use the word kennel, and that just meant your training space at that moment. Like I said, food at that point is okay, and you can gain their attention again and reward them. If they are not food motivated and they're still kind of jumping all over the place, again, remove them from that situation and go ahead and put them away until they settle down, and then it's time to come out. Okay? So I hope this is helpful. Please let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you soon in the next video. Okay? Thanks. Bye-bye.